This don't look good for the chicken.
No, but it's sure gonna be good for our belly. Good morning, y'all. I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry, and uh, thank you for all my new subscribers, y'all. It is wonderful. I have gotten like 300 new ones in just the past few weeks, so I really appreciate all you new ones. I appreciate all you old ones. I just love it. And y'all are beginning to tell me where you are, what state you're in, and I love it. Because Roy and I have traveled almost every state in the United States. He used to be civil service with the government. And he got to go TDY, and I got to go with him. And then he delivered school buses when he retired from that. And we traveled all over the United States. I went with him. Then he bought a semi. He went at 65 when he completely retired. He went to CDL school, got his license, bought a semi, and we traveled all over the United States in that. So we have really had adventures in our 58 years of marriage. So we have been to almost every state. So when you tell me where you're from, I probably have been through there. Maybe he have even been through the town. There was a girl this morning said she was from Somerset, Kentucky. I knew exactly where that was because we had been through there. So, uh, thank y'all so much. And now it's a good time to, if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to my channel, share this video. Now, we are just having us a good old fashioned southern meal today. Uh, y'all see my little chicken? Our little meat processing place right a half a mile from us up the road has these little bitty chickens. And when I'm going to fry a chicken, this is what I call a fryer. What these big old things you get in the grocery store that weigh 3 and 4 pounds, they're not fryers
They're
to me.
broilers.
Yeah, this is a fryer. And so I always cut the little tip on the wing off like that. And I always cut my tail off, and I always cut my excess fat from down around down around the bottom end.
Well, now let's be honest too. You get these little chickens when Rose is wanting her chicken.
I don't like big, thick chicken. I don't like to bite into it. It grows in my mouth.
Well, show them what Roy has got to eat.
Oh, he's got
Those
I
big broiler thighs
I
right
got
there.
some thighs, and deboned them, and I
Oh,
put them in the freezer. Well, what I'm doing today, I have a little freezer underneath my refrigerator. And if y'all are like me, now you probably are not, but this is the way I am. I put things in there and they kind of get pushed to the back,
they get hidden.
and I kind of use what's up front. So even when I buy groceries, I should take all of that
Oh, nobody's going
and
to do
bring it
that.
up front, put all,
Nobody's going to do that.
some people do. They're that organized. I'm organized, but not quite that organized. And I'm in a hurry, and I just put it in there. Well, for the past week, I have been trying to clean out my freezer. So
By cooking it.
by cooking it, yeah.
Yeah.
So I found some chicken thighs. I found a pack of greens that I had frozen back in May. So I'm fixing those. I found a half a pack of purple tall peas and a half a pack of lima beans or butter beans that I had put in the freezer. So what I just put both of them in the same pot,
Not in the same pot,
in the
surely.
same pot, put a
Oh,
little
my.
meat seasoning in there. So I'm cooking them, and I had a whole pack of okra and a half a pack of okra that was in this little freezer.
Girl, you're doing well.
So
I'm
I
proud of
mean,
you.
it has end of this whole week, it has really gone down. Roy said, "What'd you do with all that food?" I said, "I cooked it." So I'm going to fry that. But I wanted to show you because I have so many new subscribers, and I haven't done this in a long, long time. I wanted to show you how to cut up this little cute little chicken here. It's probably what, a pound and a half, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Not much bigger than a Cornish hen. but this is the kind of chicken that I like to fry. So I just go in here and I just sharpen my knives, and there's a bone right there. You just take and pull on that bone, and you can go right under there. And these are so teeny, I'm not going to cut my leg and my thigh off because they would be really, really small pieces. So that right there is big enough. Okay, so there's a joint right in here. You just go under there like that. Ooh, this knife is good and sharp. You find that thigh bone and you go around it like that, and you just cut it. Now, I'm leaving the skin on mine. You can debone it if you want to, but we like the skin on it. All right, this little wing, I have already cut this little tip off. I always do that because, I mean, there's nothing on it anyway. So I'm going in, and I'm going to cut my wing. Okay, if you pull it like that, it'll just pop.
It'll separate so you can run your knife through.
Yeah, so you can run your knife through it. Okay. Now here, if this was a bigger chicken, you could cut in and get some of that breast meat on your wing, but this is so little, that breast is so little already, so I'm not going to do that. Okay. See that little old bitty wing? But now this is the kind of chicken, and I've washed my chicken. And every once in a while, you see these little pin feathers? You just pull them out, just like that. All right.
I wouldn't even know it was there.
No, you wouldn't. Now I go in back here because I've got my breast. And now this is just the way I do it. This is the way Mama showed me how to do it when I was growing up. And I take my knife, turn him up this way, take my knife and go along that breastbone. There's a breastbone in there.
Right down the middle.
And, well, you have to get on one side of that bone because you can't cut through the bone. Okay. All right. Now, this is going to be some good chicken. Good chicken.
I won't get any, but
now, I just left a
I'll
little
just
bit.
make do with my thighs.
No, I'll give you some, baby. This is a little old bitty back. So I left a little bit on it. But see, that's all the back there is. Now, I won't even keep that for boiling because that is so small.
No, just fry it and I'll eat it. 2 bites.
Yeah, I can do that.
Crispy back.
Ooh, I got my grease on back here. It's about getting hot. Now, in here, that's the way I cut my chicken. In here, I have 1 egg and I have some buttermilk. And the seasoning that I'm going to put on this is seasoned salt. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons. That's all the seasoning that I'm putting in it. I'll just use my knife to stir that up. And I'm also going to season my flour. And all I'm going to put in it is the seasoned salt. So I just put my chicken in my buttermilk mixture. Now there is a pulley bone on your breast, but small chickens like this, it's not big enough that you would even cut it. But one day when I cut a bigger chicken, I'll show you how I cut a pulley bone. As a matter of fact, that little bone right there is part of the chili bone, part of the pulley bone, or what some people call the wishbone. When I was growing up, Mama always cut the wishbone, and whoever got it, it's made like a
wishbone.
Oh, yeah, like a wishbone. It's in a V shape, and so whoever got it, the other one you'd put it underneath the table, and you would break it apart, and there was a long part and a short part. And so
whoever got the
long part got their wish.
Ah.
So, all right, I'm going to come over here
I always wished for another piece of chicken, which,
Well, yeah.
which wasn't always there.
Growing up, we just pretty much got one piece of chicken.
Right.
All right. In here, I have gluten-free flour, and I'm putting 2 teaspoons of my seasoned salt in there. So this is going to be gluten-free. And I hope my grease is not hot enough. I mean, not too hot. So I just roll
honey, that needs stirring more than that. That just couldn't have stirred all that seasoning up in that flour. I mean, I'm a professional.
You want to cook?
What would your wall look like if I stirred the paint that way?
I'm telling you. All right. I'm just going to coat my chicken, skin and all, in my gluten-free flour here. And I'm showing y'all how to do it in my cast iron skillet because if y'all watch my, I need to turn that down. If y'all watch my chicken gizzard video the other day, I said that I love to fry my chicken in my Fry Granddaddy, and I do. And I would be doing it in that this morning if I wasn't showing you how to do it in a skillet. And I told you on that video that you could do it in a cast iron skillet. Well, this is the way you would do it. Or any kind of skillet. I just like cast iron because cast iron gets hot. All the surfaces, it doesn't have hot spots in it. So it fries so evenly when you're frying. So that's the reason I'm using my cast iron skillet today. And I'm not going to crowd this chicken because I want it to have plenty of room to fry. And I'll have 2 cookings probably. So, and I may put a little piece right in the, maybe a wing.
That little back will go in there.
Yeah, it will. Okay.
That's not it.
That's not it. All right, wait a minute. It's over here, honey.
Get my back and put it in.
All right. All right. Roy loves knowing the bones, and so this will be one of his favorite. It was always, the back was always one of my mama's always favorite pieces was the back. Now, I don't know whether it's because she loved it or she was saving the good pieces for us, the children.
Let me tell you something. I was reading something yesterday about that very thing, and the mother always claimed she loved the back and the feet.
Yep.
The feet, the hind feet, is what she said, but really they claim the wings are feet too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just are. Evolution has changed them, is the way it's talking about. But that's the way she said it. She said because we didn't have that much chicken, and that's what was left, and you don't want your children thinking that you were doing without for them.
That's right.
So you told them that's what you loved.
That's right.
And she said, and you know what? After a while, you got where you wanted those feet and back better than the rest of the meat. Yeah,
I used to have an aunt. Every time she raised chickens, every time we'd have a family reunion, her chickens would have feet sitting right on top. Chicken feet. She would fry them, and they ate them. I never ate one. I've never eaten a chicken foot, but other old people used to. Okay. All right, we'll be back. I'm gonna let this cook until it browns on one side. Flip it over, brown on the other side. Usually I cook chicken 15 minutes, but I don't think it's going to take that long because these are so small. So I'll let you know whenever I get ready to turn it, how long it has cooked, and then we'll be back.
I love chicken in the morning.
Y'all, I'm cooking it till it gets like 165 degrees. Okay?
165 degrees.
Yeah, that's where I like my chicken. Look how pretty. Wow. Beautiful. It's been cooking like 12 minutes. Now this one is thicker, so it's like 145 degrees. I'm going to cook it just a little bit longer. I'm going to check this one. This is a thigh. Yep, 165. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it up.
You're going to put your chicken breast in first, don't you?
Yeah.
Get it going.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, your
even I
thighs.
could figure that out, that and the thighs.
Yeah, that and the thighs. Yeah. Okay. And I always go ahead and batter mine while my other's cooking. That way the batter kind of gets a little wet and it sticks to it better. And these are two of the smaller pieces. So whenever I take that breast out, then I'll put these pieces in. And that's a wing that I put in after all this other cooked. So it's about time for it to come out. It's only going to cook like 7 or 8 minutes. It only cooks about 7 or 8 minutes and it's ready. So, I can go ahead and put this one in. And I've got a little Roy like skin. So I got a little piece of skin right there. And another little piece of skin that I'm going to put in. And when I take that up, I'll put this back in. And it'll cook probably 12 minutes and then it'll be done. So we'll be back then. Okay, y'all, look what we have to eat today. I mean, we just have to. Fried okra, southern fried chicken, greens, peas and butter beans cooked together out of the freezer.
I'll just stay with okra for a while. Woo!
I'm about to fix my husband a plate.
Woo! Woo!
I wish some of y'all were here. Because I got enough here. Of course, Mike's coming in a few minutes, but I got enough here.
Juice in it. Juice.
No, I'm not going to put juice in it right now. You can after I get it. I don't want.
Just spill it.
I don't want okra in in all this juice.
Well, whose plate is this? Mine or yours?
Roy likes a swamp plate. That's what our grandkids call it, a swamp plate. He just takes and puts juice and gravy over everything.
Right.
Well.
Right, a swamp plate.
Okay.
I love the juices and gravies.
All right, what piece you want? You want the back, baby?
Back.
I'm gonna give him
And
a
leg
back.
will be fine. Leg.
And yeah, you can have a thigh.
Down there, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm gonna give him this one right here, that thigh.
Oh.
Y'all look at what we got to eat for
now
lunch.
That's a take me home meal. Let me tell you.
Mike called. He said, "Mama, have you cooked anything?" I said, "Well, I'm cooking right now." He said, "What you cooking?" I told him. He said, "Good Lord."
I told Rose.
He said, "Can you fix me a big old plate?" Okay,
my
baby.
Goodness. Well, I've already tasted of the.
I'm gonna eat part of this little wing right here. The wing is one of my favorite parts.
Oh.
I had to turn it off because Mike came in and Roxy went crazy.
Look at my chicken back.
So, this is delicious, y'all. Southern fried chicken, southern meal. Love y'all. Food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. Put deliciousness back in good, good food. We're fixing to have a feast. Love y'all. See you next time.